I told myself that being this close to the holiday season, being this close to Christmas, if you will, I would do a good job of not slandering people on other teams just because I don't like them, that I would be fair and just with my commentary. Today's not that day. I'm here to slander Giannis. If you are also here to slander Giannis, then buckle up because we're about to get into it. But before we do that, welcome back to Nets Republic. I am your host, Sever the Bond. We are like 5 subscribers away from 900 subscribers, so please tell a Nets fan to subscribe to this channel. Nothing would make me happier than getting to 900 on Christmas. That would be super dope. We would all appreciate it here at Nets Republic, so please, if you got a second channel or maybe a friend or something that don't be using their channel, or maybe your Roku TV is like your mom's login or something like that, if you could give Nets Republic a sub, it would be much appreciated. Let's get to 900 subscribers by the end of the year. We can do it. I believe in us. The situation will handle itself. Now let's get to the shenanigans afoot. Last night was one of the bigger nights, personally. Maybe for a lot of other individuals, might not have meant anything. But if you've been watching Nets Republic over the last couple weeks, you've been realizing that we've been beating teams who haven't been fully equipped. We've been beating basement-dwelling teams that ain't even got their full roster. So the real test of are the Nets for real, or are we on some other type stuff? This was the test. This was the real test to see how far we've come. And by Paul George did we go out there and handle our business. Now, Chris Middleton wasn't out there, but Chris Middleton is never out there. So really, I don't account that for anything. And for the fact that they took Kyrie from us 2 years ago, I say this was an equal footing. No pun intended. We went out there and annihilated the Milwaukee Bucks. As we should. Relieving any question in my mind personally that we are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Now, last video, and really for the last week, which is why, again, it's just so crucial that you subscribe to the channel, because this is a proper journey through this season. The ups and downs and the ebbs and flows. If you've been missing games and you've been missing episodes of Nets Republic, then you're just out of the loop. So when I say things like this was not an example of Russell Crowe, you don't know what I'm referring to. So I seriously suggest you subscribe to the channel because you got to get up on the lingo around here. Even though Chris Middleton was out there, I do not consider this an example of Russell Crowe. Not in the slightest. Because they still had Giannis and they still had Drew. But if you watch the last video, you understand that the only 2 people that I was concerned of is how are we going to stop Brook Lopez and what was going to be our answer for Bobby Portis. If you remember last game, the 2 of them went on their individual runs because we got a little light in the fanny. When it comes to our interior defense, we're a little light in the fanny. And if teams are smart, they would zero in on us and just attack us in the post. Because we really have no way of stopping anyone. But what they did, what they did. The Nets honed in on that Mike D'Antoni Houston Rockets defensive mentality. Remember the example? You feel me? You feel me? Wait. Bring that coverage. You feel me? Bring that double team from place to place, and the situation will handle itself. And the situation will handle itself. We will simply out-hustle the opponent and then score them on the other end. And the situation handled itself. And we did it against Milwaukee. We've established the Celtics probably aren't beating us if we have all of them dudes out there. If Ben Simmons is out there, if Kyrie Irving is out there, if Kevin Durant's out there, if Joe Harris is somewhat out there, you feel me? You got Royce O'Neal and Claxton doing their thing. Sumner coming off the bench. Seth Curry lighting it up. And Seth Curry is so much more than a shooter, by the way. He'll get you the sneaky layup packages as well. But that's neither here nor there. So if the Celtics can't touch us, proven or not, if clearly the Milwaukee Bucks have no answer for us, and we have slaughtered them this whole year, did it in preseason, we're doing it now, then there's no one left. It feels like we're scripting for Roman Reigns around here. There's no one on the roster left. Because if we go up and down that standings one more time, which is what we've been doing for the last week, trying to figure out, is the Eastern Conference just weak or are we good? It's been answered, y'all. We're just that good. When Kevin Durant gets it working, ain't no stopping that man. Feel like Shelton Benjamin, ain't no stopping him. When Kyrie wakes up out of whatever he's going through and decides it's time to turn it on, ain't no stopping him. If we got Ben Simmons coming down the court, hitting the crossies with the floating hook shot over on the right side and he left-handed, it's over. Royce O'Neal can't miss. He shoots the ball like Kristaps Porzingis. It's over. Ain't no one in the conference sniffing us. And oh, Giannis tried. Oh, did Giannis try? Doing that nastiness. Stuff that we ain't seen since the glitches in 2K15. Where you just spam drive on the right and you automatically get there. I know I was eating back in the day, I ain't gonna lie. But that's video game stuff. Giannis be doing that in real life. And he don't even make the baskets half the time. He's not even in the general area of the hoop. He just runs in, flails his arm. Like, y'all want to kill James Harden. Look at Giannis. Y'all want to kill Trae Young. Look at Giannis. It's disgusting. And that's just on the offensive side of the ball. This man's only go-to move is, I'm going to run in the paint, someone's going to hit me, or I'm going to hit someone, and the call's going to go on my side. That is his only bag. That is his only move. That is his only go-to. That's all he's got. That's it. But that's on the offensive side. Some of his off-ball tactics need to be called into question and need to be cast into the light. When he almost ripped Claxton's arm off, like Buzz Lightyear in Toy Story 1. When he almost ripped man's arm off, like Barbie at the end of the Barbie girl video, just ripped his arm off. And no one said a word? This man Giannis is the dirtiest player in basketball, and it's disgusting. And I don't know how he's getting away with it. Let's have a moment of silence for all the ladders that get annihilated that we don't see on camera. That man Giannis is a villain. He's also a bum. But he's more so a villain. And I've had my issues with Giannis over the years from channel to channel. I'll admit that. I'll be the first one to say I'm not a fan of that bum. But that's what he is. Talking about he's the best player in basketball. Poor K. Poor K. When your only move is running back. I got the same issue with him that I have with Kalia Copper. If your only move is offensive foul that gets called the other way, I'm not respecting it. Even his so-called post moves. This man is this man is hooking harder than Drake in 2010. Just hook, 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 hook. Despicable. And what I mean by that, I'll break it down for don't worry, I got you. What I'm talking about is when man is posted up, he will immediately grab his arm and like put it around the person playing defense on him and turn his body in. So it's a literal hooking motion to move his defender out of the way so he can then go for a layup that he'll probably break, but he'll get the call. It's not legal. It's not legal what Mans is doing. And occasionally, if the ref remembers to put his contacts in, you'll notice him throwing Royce O'Neal to the ground. You'll notice him shoving Claxton into Mr. Whammy. This man is a villain. I don't even want to talk about the travels. But I won't go there. I won't go there. I'm not a pro athlete. I won't go there. Especially if anyone has seen me play basketball. I'm not going to go there. But it's despicable. And he's getting away with it. And you want to talk about luck. And you can call it sour grapes. But that run to the finals and to his championship was the easiest stroke of luck ever. Harden gets hurt in the first second of game one. They purposefully snipe out Kyrie Irving, and by they I mean Giannis, and that's confirmed canon. That's not even speculation anymore. That is confirmed canon. That he assassinated Kyrie Irving's ankles. And just barely made it past KD on his own. But if it wasn't for the help of his gang of merry men, he wouldn't even been able to do that. Then you get to the conference finals. Trae Young steps on the referee's ankle, therefore injuring himself, taking the Hawks out the equation. So then they march in and take on a depleted Suns team and get a championship. Oh, the good guy won. Oh, the good guy won. It's disgusting. And the lack of a bag, too. There's no pull-up jump shot game. I mean, the most he's done to add to his game is he hits foul shots now. He takes about 20 seconds to do it, but he can hit his free throws now. That is about all I can give, buddy. If it wasn't for the literal definition of running and jumping being considered talents, I'd call him talentless. But he definitely lacks skill if we're talking about basketball. Man should really be running track and field if we're keeping it all the way a bean. Because running up and down the court, mowing down people and shoving them out the way, unless you're LeBron, that's just not skill. He's a bum. I don't know who needs to hear that, but he's a bum. And the idea that we would even compare him to someone as majestic and incredible offensively as Kevin Durant. I'm not here for it. He's a bum. Justin, use this in the preview. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a bum. Now that we have finished cleaning the Eastern Conference, we gotta let Boston know a thing or two. But as far as I'm concerned, there is no one in the conference that can stop us. I'm saying finals or nothing. Now, what happens in the West, we can worry about that at a later date. But right now, ain't no one even sniffing us in the Eastern Conference. It is over. Enjoy the season. If you're not a Brooklyn Net, enjoy the season. Enjoy the fun you're having. Because the Nets are on their way. Last night, It wasn't just Tory Lanez getting locked up. It was Giannis. You see, all of a sudden, when you only have one move, when it gets stopped or there's some type of friction preventing you from getting to that one move, you're useless. Claxton had that man in Guantanamo Bay. He had that man in Rikers Island in a straitjacket. Now, for some reason, Ben Simmons is getting a share of the credit here. I don't know what Ben did. I've been watching pretty carefully to Mr. Ben Simmons. I don't see what he does. Ben Simmons, he gets a lot of assists. Okay. But what does he do? I don't want you to read a box score to me. I want you to tell me what Ben Simmons does. Oh, he's good at setting screens? Oh, wow. What a difficult and so significant factor of a basketball game. He's good at setting screens? Is that what you got for me? What does Ben Simmons do? And I've been real nice about it. I've been real nice because we've been winning. But I want to know what that man is contributing. If you can tell me what it is without reading the box score, I'm all ears. That man, Ben Simmons, is the luckiest man in the entire NBA. And it happens every year where you have one dude that's super lucky because of the environment they're in. I'm telling you, it's Ben Simmons this year. Remember when Jeremy Lin got a ring on the Rockets? It's giving that. Because Ben Simmons don't do a thing. He might get a right time, right place bucket because somebody bricked a layup and he's on the other side and he puts it back. He might have a couple cutesy floaters. But I'm telling you, there's too many games where the man is leaving with a statistical category that matches his jersey number, and I'm supposed to be impressed. The man is almost 7 feet tall, and I don't see him doing what he's advertised. Y'all want to sit there and say he's locking up Giannis. Where? You mean Claxton? You mean Royce O'Neal? But did you see the steal he had on Giannis? Did you see the steal he had on Giannis? That was off of a double team with him and Kevin Durant because they formed a wall to block him off. I'm going to let it go, and I'll leave it alone until we lose. Then I'll bring it up again. But I don't think the Nets are ever going to lose again, so I just have to bring these things up every now and again. I won't harp on it because we're winning, but Ben, you are not slick, and you're not going to get away with it. That man just gets cardio, and y'all just eat it up. He's not doing anything. That's how I hear that. Shout out to Claxton. Shout out Royce. Shout out Kai. Shout out Kevin Durant. Shout out Sumner. Watanabe. Shout out everyone. Most importantly, shout out to Jacques Vaughn. Because Mr. Jacques Vaughn is doing such an incredible job. The fact that this exact same roster was 2-9 under Steve Nash should tell you everything you need to know. But long story short, we beat the Bucks. I'm here for it. I'm happy about it. And I'm loving it. I feel like a McDonald's commercial. I am loving it. Our next game, let's check it out, is against Who do we play next? Why is the app so slow, y'all? God. Our next game is against the Cavaliers. Now, again, some people would imply that this is a big game. This is going to test us. I don't think so. To me, our last game was the big game. Cavs, I'm not worried. Win or lose, I'm not going to be worried. I feel like the situation will handle itself. After that, we play the Hawks on Wednesday. I'm seeing 2 wins back-to-back. If we can handle Milwaukee, we can handle the Cavs. I have confidence in this. But until then, I hope you all enjoy your Christmas. And if you're Kyrie Irving, I hope you have a happy holiday. And I'll see y'all on Monday night. After the festivities are over, we've all had a good amount of food, to sit down and really have a conversation about how no one in the Eastern Conference can touch us. As we win number 10 in a row. Is it 9? I've lost track. But let me know your favorite part of last night's game. Tell me all about how you hate Giannis. And if you are a Ben Simmons supporter, you are no friend of mine, and you will not be receiving a Christmas card from the Sever the Bond household. Giannis is a bum.